Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, everyone. Welcome to our last show before Christmas here on Live Better, brought to you by my wonderful friends and colleagues at Wave.video. Can you believe it? Only 10 more days. 10 more days till Christmas. You remember as a kid, you're like, oh, there's 10 more days. It's never going to get here. And now as an adult, you're like, holy what? Only 10 more days. I'm not even started. I've got so much to do, so many things to make happen. It's funny how life and our perspectives change as we get older, but I'm excited still as a little kid. In fact, one of my favorite things to do every year is to try to watch as many different versions of A Christmas Carol as I can. And thanks to the wonderful world of Netflix and Amazon and streaming, I can do that. And I no longer have to program my VCR to try to catch them when they show on the USA Network or TNT or whoever's showing some quirky old television show or movie. And some of people in our audience have no idea what I'm talking about because, well, you're just too young. And that's okay. There's some fun things about being old, and that's we get to tell you about how things were back when we were younger. And we walked to school barefoot, uphill in the snow, both ways. I'm not quite that old, but I believe our guest today is, and we'll introduce her here shortly. I can see her facial responses and reactions down below, but you'll get plenty of those here shortly. Trust me, because she is incredible. One of my favorite people in the whole world. Also my pizza eating buddy when we're in San Diego, the one and only Kelly Mirabella. She is going to be sharing something with us that I've only dabbled in, but she's actually, well, she's literally writing the book on it, and that's automation and using chatbots, and she's going to share some of her wisdom with us today. And she's also going to show us how we can use them to make our live streams more effective. So if you guys are ready, we will bring her in as we all learn together how to live better. Well, there she is.
Hey, friends.
Hello. How are you, Kelly?
I'm good. Side note, I'm not writing the book on automation. That'll be the next book. I'm writing the book on, get this, social media etiquette.
Wow. So they didn't do a lot of screening before they brought you on for that, did they?
Somehow I knew you were going to say something like that.
Like etiquette. I like I'm hearing like the
this chick?
You keep on using that word. I don't think it means what it is you think it means.
Oh, I love it. You've just made my world with a Princess Bride reference. All right. We're here.
Oh, I know. I've known you long enough to know that you would appreciate that for sure.
Love it.
So Kelly, not only is it always fun to hang out with you, I know I don't get to see you this year. I don't believe in San Diego, but I will still eat a slice of pizza in your memory.
Do it.
For sure. But you are our first guest that we are hosting on our new Wave.video live stream platform. And you got a little bit of a behind the scenes. I showed you some of the things that we're working on and doing. And I hope that you liked it.
I do. It's cool. It's very easy. I like how customizable it is. It's web-based, so who doesn't love that? Make it easy for the people to go live. That's what I say.
Yeah, absolutely. And the people at Wave, they started the company with they wanted people to be able to edit video and create more visually appealing things for their social media. And then they've done is they've taken that and they've rolled it over into the live streaming world so that people could make things that say, "Hey, this is me." So.
Yes, I love it.
Awesome. Well, we are going to be talking a little bit today about bots, but before we get all into the bots, Kelly, we typically at the end of the show, we give away something, and it's usually from our guest. But Kelly decided, you know what? I want one person to win something really big, but I also want to give everybody something really big. So
why not? It's the season of giving.
So why don't you, before we get into our topic, why don't you let's give them a little quick preview, and we'll talk about it later, but just a little quick preview of what it is you're giving everyone today.
Okay, cool. So I just wrapped up a week-long lead generation challenge where I taught all the participants every day something new. Excuse me, from how to create your ideal customer avatar to how to create a winning offer to the next day we taught all about how to build chat automations on Messenger and Instagram. The following day we talked about how to build email sequences that help warm the audience you capture. And then the final day is how to wrap it all together and sell it so you can make some money. And well, I turned the whole dang thing into a course. So we're going to be giving everyone a special on the course, and one lucky person gets it free.
Wow. And you've already got it discounted, I believe, at $39. So they're getting 50% off. Yeah. So $19.50. And what was the code that they needed to use in order to do that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I believe it was Chad Rocks.
Yeah. That cracked me up. So
rocks. That's how I do. I like to surprise and delight.
That's funny. So if they go here, babygotbotcourses.com/product, screenshot this, folks. It's a little long, but
you can just go to babygotbot.com or babygotbotcourses.com and go to the shop. It's in the shop.
It's in the shop.
There's literally only 2 things in the shop, so it's not hard to find.
And then use the code ChadRocks, which is a funny story. So my in-laws, they're I love them. They're great. They're some of the probably the kindest people I know on the planet. But when it comes to passwords, it's their Achilles heel, right? The whole tech thing. And we'll go to their house. Hey, what's the Wi-Fi password? And they're like, try this.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, try capital this with this.
This is my dad.
They pull out a notebook, like a spiral notebook. All right, try this one, right? Yeah, it was funny.
That's literally my dad.
Home. We were on our way home one time. We live about 8 miles away, and we're almost to the driveway, and we hadn't been able to get on the Wi-Fi. And my father-in-law, he's just the kindest guy, but he texts us because he's still concerned. He says, try this password. We're like, Dad, if we can get on your Wi-Fi 8 miles away, we want to know who you're using. So he's the best. But my mother-in-law had gotten locked out. Something got screwed up on her Facebook, so I helped her reset everything. And to this day, I think it's still Chad Rocks is her password for Facebook because that's what I made it.
Way to tell everybody. Way to tell the world so that her account will now get hacked. Yay.
Yeah. So
or go change it.
It's not, but trust me, he's forgotten it since then, and it's been changed 8 times. But that is what I used. So
I love it.
And her email address that she uses to log on is I'm just kidding. But that's funny story. All right, so bots. Kelly and I could sit here and just like tell stories and laugh with each other all day long. But nobody wants to sit and listen to other people just talk. So we know why you're here. In fact, we have somebody who is apparently a huge fan. Yulia says, "Tell us more about yourself. Do you make live shows? Do you use chatbots? We want to know everything." So
I'm pretty sure that she's talking to everyone in the chat.
Before we get into everything, let's just start basic. Okay, there's probably some people who have no idea what chatbots are and how they can help live stream. So just kind of give us a brief intro.
All right, I like to call them chat automations because for some reason bots or chatbots, it scares people away. They think it's those spammy things, and they're very different. But basically, these automations are exactly what it sounds like. It's an automation that you set up almost like an answering machine service, but it's through chat automation. So you can put these on Messenger, you can put them on Instagram. They're available on Google My Business Chat and on your website. And it allows the business to not always have to be on to take care of customers. And before everyone's like, but I don't want to miss out on the personal touch. You're not taking out yourself from your business. Okay. I am the queen of the personal attention to my customers and my people. But as a one-woman show, automations like this have helped me filter people to the right place, make sure I get their questions quickly, get them into my lead funnels very quickly without me always having to be the one who responds to them, because sometimes a human response is not needed.
That makes sense. That's one of the things a lot of people I do hear. It's like, well, if it's a bot, then you lose that personal touch, blah, 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 blah. But that's not the case. So
No.
while at first maybe it's not human, but you still bring the human in, what are the benefits of, well, you know what, we're gonna get to that later. I don't want to jump to like the really, really good stuff yet.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
one of the questions that was asked as we were preparing for this was, people wanted to know, do I need to know how to code?
No. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. No, you don't. It's actually easy. Anyone can do it. There are
Or will
so
I need a
many.
Gen Zer?
Listen, I'm an old millennial, okay, and I can do it just fine. No, you don't need a Gen Zer. It's not TikTok. It's messenger marketing. There are lots of tools out there that you can utilize depending on your needs, your niche, and your industry, and what you're trying to accomplish. That will allow you to basically just drag and drop and create automations. There are even tools out there that use artificial intelligence to respond to about 85% of the inquiries that come in through chat. So instead of not responding at all and basically telling your customers, I don't care about you, you actually can create these automations that give them the answers that they need, and they can feel like you actually care.
Gotcha. Someone down here in the chat asked brought up an interesting point. They said that a lot of people don't even see their messages, and if that's the case, why even do the bot?
Are you kidding? Most clients don't even see their messages to respond. Interesting. That's very interesting, because here's the way it works. You don't get, it's not email. You don't get to just randomly send messages out to people as a business. This isn't your personal messenger to personal messenger. This is a business account to an individual. The individual has to send the business a message first, and then the automation triggers. So when you're saying things like nobody sees them, that's actually 100% false. It's over a 98% open rate in those scenarios. So they're very helpful.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Is that George DeManis? He's always showing up saying nice things about my hair.
I don't know. We need to make sure that we remember to put in our show descriptions the link and the instructions on how to authorize the app so that you show up, because right now it's just miscellaneous, obscure, unknown Facebook user. It's a mystery to all of us.
We could play a game called Guess the User, just based off their
the
comment.
User. Yeah, no kidding. That's hilarious.
It could be Evie too. I don't know. Evie or George.
It's JJS.
Oh, I don't know.
That's Julia over at Now Marketing.
Oh, Now Marketing. Okay. Hi, Julia.
Yep. So, what about multi-streaming with bots? Can you use your bots in a multi-streaming format?
But, you can. But here's the thing: is that I believe in the right tool for the job. Right. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. When I multi-stream, I do use a chat automation. And if I'm on Facebook, obviously that's very easy, because it's something they can literally comment and it enters into the messenger situation right away. If I'm on Instagram and I'm live, again, it's integrated, so I can just integrate my messaging automation. So they comment and it goes. But on YouTube doesn't have that option. So if you're going to multi-stream, you have to understand where the options lie and how to set it up. So if I'm going to have something like that, then I'm going to use a call to action that says, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and comment XYZ and you'll get it. But otherwise, there's a link in the description, and that's going to take you where you need to go. And so we just direct them to a link that will either open up the messaging platform or a landing page that is better served for that audience. I'm really against thinking that there's a one size fit all for our audience. I think you need to go where your audience is. So if I'm on YouTube, it's very unlikely I'm going to be sending them to Messenger. Instead, I'm going to be sending them to a platform that's more YouTube friendly for that audience. Or I'm going to send them to a landing page that gives them options on how to access the thing I'm trying to get them to access, so they can choose their preference.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh, and AROI responded. They weren't talking about the customers, like we were thinking of customers, they were talking about their customers. I guess they also help create bots. So
yes, okay, yeah, and in that respect, yes, that's what we were talking about. Is if you're not like if the business, the business is not looking at your messages, if you're not responding to your messages, you're usually doing one of three things, okay? In the grand scheme of businesses with messaging today, you are either checking your messages and responding either by human or chatbot, which is great. That's what we want. You human or chatbot, at least you're getting back to people. You are completely ignoring them and nobody is getting any answers, which is a slap in the face. And you're literally screaming at your customers, I don't care about you. Or you have some kind of quick automation saying, we don't respond to or go to our website or call this number. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and I know I'm not alone here, nobody's calling your number. Okay, they're all peace out. We'll go find someone else. Nobody wants to pick up the phone anymore.
That's true. That's true. There's only a few people. If they pop up, I'm going to definitely answer. A little side note, someone was asking about the 1080p or 720 on our new Wave streaming platform. I will let you know, I am coming into the tool at 1080p. That is an option. However, what it streams at depends on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's up to Facebook, YouTube, and the platform. So hopefully that answers your question. But there is a 1080p option for your camera. So there you go. Little side note. Now, you mentioned different places you send people and how the bots work depending on where it is that they're getting the information. So I know that you could probably talk for hours on this, but I guess maybe a synopsis. So how does a chatbot fit into the funnel and how does it bring people into the funnel?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because that literally the thing we're giving away today will not only teach you how, but why and all the in-betweens. So there are literally millions of uses for chat marketing. And just to name three, you could use it as a customer service thing where, like I said, you're responding to messages that you might not be able to respond to or you don't do well now. Number two would be lead generation, which is what the course is that we're doing the special on, which is I have a lead or an offer and I'm capturing it through social media. So someone clicks or types comment to customer is what we call it. So they comment on an Instagram post, they comment on a YouTube, a Facebook post, and it brings them into the automation in the messaging platform. And then we grab their email very quickly and we deliver them the offer, the lead magnet, whatever. And now we're building our email list. So it's that piece of the puzzle. And then the final one is lead qualification. So it actually can help us qualify people so that we can either suggest better products and services, or we can save our sales team a lot of time for those high ticket things. And this can be utilized in your Shopify shops, your website, your Facebook pages, your Instagram. And again, you're meeting people where they're at and you're bringing value to them by utilizing these technologies.
Gotcha. Wow. Yeah, you need to write the book on this.
I know. I mean, I got to get the etiquette book first, and then I'm going to pitch this and be like, you guys, come on.
I knew you were writing a book, and because you had told me a while back about this, and I don't know why in my head it just stuck that it must be about bots, and you probably told me etiquette, but I was probably like, that's probably not true.
Not her.
She's joking. I'm sure it's about bots.
Just so we're clear, the book is going to be awesome. I have been in digital marketing. This is going to age me. So you're right. I am old, but I've been in digital marketing for over, it's probably been 15, 16 years now. I've owned my business, which is a digital marketing agency this will be my 12th year that we're going into. So I think they got me to write the book out of my experiences because I've seen it all.
Yeah, no. Kelly knows I'm giving her a hard time. For those of you who are taking everything I say literally, please ever. Don't ever.
Don't do it. It's a trick.
Don't, if whatever he says, just assume it's probably not true.
It's the opposite.
That's hilarious. Unless I'm talking about this new tool, though.
Yes,
Wave,
that's the one thing I'll give you. It is cool.
It's awesome. Do you here's a little question from AROI is our like super commenter here today.
I love it.
That and a lot of like unknown Facebook users. Do you use bots direct from ad campaigns? And if
Yeah.
so, have you found success with that?
Absolutely, you can use them with ad campaigns. I have a lot of students that, so I have a membership program where I teach agencies how to do all this stuff, and we have coaching and mentorship, and many of them build chatbots along with ad campaigns, which are highly successful. And actually, generally, we do recommend that, especially if you have a client who's like, I need leads now. Like, you're not going to get a whole mess of organic leads if you don't have a super popular, hyped up social organic following already. So you're going to have to throw some money at some ads. That's just where we are in the world today. So yes, they could be very effective. Do I do it personally? I'm going to be honest with you. I very rarely build chatbots for companies anymore because I just would rather teach people how to do it. Does that mean I don't build them? Nope, doesn't mean that. I'm literally working on a huge campaign with Agorapulse right now. And yes, we are integrating ads into that campaign. So across the board, it really depends on the client and how their organic marketing is working. But it's like taking a little flame and throwing some fuel on it. It's going to go, pow, you know, it's like ads are going to help, obviously, yes.
Wow. And what was that sound it was going to make one more time?
Pow!
Gotcha. Just in case anybody missed it. I didn't want anybody to miss it. So I can't imagine that that's possibly, that could possibly be a GIF at some point. Just
I hope it is.
Not that I would do that.
I think you should. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Some of my favorite GIFs are the ones you send me after randomly. I got to tell you guys, we have to sidestep for a second. My favorite GIF of all time of me, because if you guys don't know, I make my own GIFs. I love making my own GIFs of myself. But my favorite one of all time is we went to Social Media Week Lima and we were all sitting around playing some game. And Chad's just walking around with a camera. And I am laughing so hard. And I am full of so much joy from being around these awesome people that I'm like in tears. And he turned this into a GIF. And to this day, it is my favorite GIF. Every time I see it, it brings me joy because I'm like brought back to that moment that I was just laughing so hysterically that I was crying. It's my favorite GIF of all time.
I'll have to ask Yulia, Karina, some of our team over there at Wave to send me a reminder to.
I love it.
We'll post that in the Wave group later. Kelly's favorite GIF, and maybe we can post a link to your course there too.
Yeah.
So, which by the way, guys, everyone who's here today listening with us, you're going to get 50% off Kelly's already discounted course. It's a lead generation challenge course.
Yeah,
right.
It is. It like I said, it teaches you the full funnel. Like from who's my ideal client to what kind of offer do I want to offer to building the actual chat marketing automations to email automations. And then I'm going to teach you how to package it together and sell it because I mean, why not make money out of what you learn? I mean, isn't that what we're here for anyway?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And guys, he already has it on sale for $39. But if you use the
through the
code,
end of the year.
The code Chad Rocks, you're going to get another 50% off. So for $19.50
through the end of the year, just so we are clear, because I know people watch these live broadcasts and then they're going to come at me like, why is it at $19 anymore? It's because it's on sale for $39 until the end of this year. And then it goes up to $99 and then you get 50% off of $99. So
you got 2 weeks, guys. You got 2 weeks. If you can't make it happen in 2 weeks, do it like not right now because you're here watching the show.
Like
right after the show. Yeah. So and one winner is going to get that absolutely free from us today. And also 2 other winners are going to get what? Well, they're going to get sent our super awesome Kelly. I know you want some of these.
I was just going to say I want that. I love your sticker. I'd put that on my iPad.
The sticker has affectionately been called and nicknamed officially by the team at Wave Yellow Chad.
Yeah, I can see why.
It was so funny when they showed me because I didn't know that was happening. They're like, we're going to get these stickers away. I'm like, is that me? Like, oh, yeah, that's you.
That's Yellow Chad.
That's Yellow Chad. Jaundice Chad here in the house. So
bad spray tan Chad.
Bad spray tan. Yes, spray tan Chad. Hilarious. Liver damage, drank too much Chad. we could probably go on and on.
Yes,
But
this is
let's
gonna
get
get
back
ridiculous.
to the whole bots thing. But okay, so
Uh,
this sounds great.
yeah.
But how do I connect this thing to my live stream? How do I make this? How do I do this?
Well, you're gonna have to go get yourself a chatbotting tool, a chatbot building tool. As I mentioned, there's tons of them out there. My preference is Manychat. I'm a huge Manychat fan. Pretty easy to work with. If you're brand spanking new to it, they have an awesome free course that I highly recommend you go through. And you can get started for free, test it out, see what you think, take the free course. And really, like, it's very easy to set these up. You would just create what's called a comment grow tool and a ref URL, and everything else just is about building it into in their visual builder, just kind of dragging and dropping, which is something you'd learn in their free course. But it's really easy to use, y'all. I mean, the basic stuff, yeah.
What makes their course so awesome?
Well, I mean, I am one of the instructors, but that's not even why it's awesome. They've basically taken all of the best instructors in the field of chat marketing and invited them to come in and do different trainings, but it's so well put together. I literally stopped selling my beginner's course because it was that good. And I just make everyone go take that. I actually don't allow people into my membership unless they've taken that course, unless I know for a fact that they are not beginners, because I just don't want to spend all my membership, like we have office hours and stuff, and I don't want to spend that whole time going over 101 stuff when Manychat does it so well. So it's a phenomenal course. They spent a lot of money and they made sure they brought the top people, and it's one of the best courses I've ever seen on the topic of chat marketing for beginners. So
awesome. So and that's manychat.com, MANY chat.com. And probably get our producer here will probably put that up on the screen for us, and we can also get that in the comments as well.
So if you're going to use it with your live stream, then I highly recommend you use Manychat. If you want to do something like you're a restaurant and you want to do automations, there's different tools for that. But Manychat's going to get the job done. Like, it's going to do a lot for you. And I know that with Wave also, you create a lot of really cool videos. Even if you're not doing lives, you're just doing videos, you can now capture leads from those posts that you post on Facebook, on Instagram, using comment growth tools that bring people into message. Like, you can literally take clicks and turn them into customers, take comments and turn them into customers. So it's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah. And look, guys, there's a lot to this. Kelly's been doing this a long time, and there may be some moments where she says things like ref URL or some little quirky things that you're like, but she's been doing this so long. Sometimes it's easy for her to say things and think that maybe she's talking down a little bit at our level, but she's actually still a little bit of it, but that's okay. That happens. Like, but I'm just letting people know.
It becomes so much easier after the free course. Like, it all is so easy after the free course.
No, absolutely. And I know that the people at Wave definitely want to talk to you about helping them kind of figure this whole thing out. So
I offer training.
Yeah, well, they're gonna want to do some things. So we definitely want to make sure that we stay in touch with Kelly, because, guys, I'm telling you, I know lots of people, and in my book, Kelly's the best. She's the best. And she also knows how to throw in proper social media etiquette.
Sometimes.
With her.
Sometimes I'm not so proper.
I can't wait to see the launch of the ChadBot.
I love it. Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh no. There's no way this happens this year. It'll have to kick off 2022, the ChadBot, if they decide they want to do that. This was the year I became a bobblehead and a sticker. And a Christmas ornament. We're doing the bobbleheads, huh? There we go.
My head doesn't bobble a whole lot, but there she is. Yours bobbles a lot more. It's the hair. My hair is too heavy to bobble. That's pretty accurate, actually.
My hat makes me incredibly top heavy, so I bobble like with any kind of small breeze.
I love it.
Look at that hair color.
It's so good. It's so accurate. I even have like the little 80s gloves. I don't know if you guys got that. So there it is.
Oh, that's hilarious.
This is very me.
Apparently, the photo that was used to make mine was from Social Media Marketing World, because I have my lanyard on. But
Oh.
there's also one of my ask me to tell you a story. It doesn't say it, but I can. There's a pin on the lanyard,
Oh,
and it's the shape of what those pins were. So it's
that's
kind
awesome.
of funny. The ChadBot too,
I love
hilarious.
it. Now I'm
Um,
excited.
um, now I know that the bots can also reply to people. We can use them to get them into the funnel. Um, how hard is it? And in just a quick little simple summary, how do you train your bot to answer smart?
Oh, there's so many ways to do that. The two main ways that you can do it, the simplest way for the beginners out there is to build it manually. Like, you put in keyword triggers, you build that all in. The probably best way to do it is to integrate artificial intelligence. And there's quite a few tools out there that you can integrate into your chatbot. Obviously, that's not a beginner level situation, but just so that you're aware, it is absolutely possible to use artificial intelligence to respond to 85% or more of the questions that come in. And these AIs have been trained oftentimes in the industry. Like, for instance, there's a tool called Phoebe, which is a standalone chat marketing tool that utilizes AI, and it's specific to restaurants. So if you own a restaurant, I highly recommend you get Phoebe because it's like $50 a month, and it literally answers 85% of all the inquiries that come in. And it comes in through Facebook, Instagram, Google, My Business, and all that. As well as your website. So there's so many tools out there to make that better, but you could start with the basics and just have certain keyword triggers that go off and use conditional logic, or you can get fancy with it and use artificial intelligence like Digiflow and Phoebe and these other tools that will help answer questions and utilizing AI.
Wow. I love how you're just like, so it's just like this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
what did you just say? It's possible. That's all you need to know. You want to know how to do it? That's a different conversation.
here's a little off topic, but it has to do
No,
with your course. I'll throw it up there.
you can't use chatbots for your personal, like, I assume you're asking about like your personal. Okay, I need to read this. Interested in the $19 offer. Before we buy, can I use the learning course to use with personal chatbots? I have a TARS chatbot and other platforms to run from HTML inside my media. I have no idea what you just said, but chatbots are to be used with your business accounts, not with your personal accounts. That's like terms of service for most platforms. Outside of that, the course teaches you, as I mentioned, the first video or the first day, because it was set up initially as a 5-day challenge, but you get all the videos right away. How to discover your ideal client avatar, not your ideal audience. This is a client avatar. This is a different experience, and it will help you create better offers. So the next day, it teaches you how to create a winning offer and what offers are out there. Is it a lead magnet? Is it a webinar? Is it a challenge? Like, we go through all that. The third day is how to use Manychat to build out a lead capture funnel on Messenger and Instagram. You also get the template, so you really don't even have to build anything. You just install the template. And then day 4 was all about email automation, and you actually get templated emails that you can utilize to build out a warming sequence that's all automated through either Manychat or your own email service provider. And then the final day, I teach you how to put it all together. I even give you a templated proposal that's already written, has price ranges in there. Yeah, I already had a client one of my students at the end of the week said she implemented it like that, and she already landed a new client because of it. So
Wow.
It's all done for you. It's like, literally, let me show you how to do it. And by the way, here's how you sell it.
So I can see all of your comments.
We just don't know who you are.
Yeah, we're still in beta, and so we've also got to make sure that we get all of you
Opted in.
a link so that you authorize the app so we can see who you are. But also, as far as the comments, most of the comments that come up on the screen, we also have producers that are helping with the show that because I can't read all of them and see all of them, or I'd just be like this the whole time. Right. However, with the new Wave tool, by the way, you can take the chat window and I don't know what the right word is, where you can like open it up in a separate window, whatever, and you can overlay it and put it up closer to where your camera is so that your line of sight is better while you read the comments. So that's a cool little feature in the new Wave live streaming tool, which, by the way, guys, we do have an open beta sign up now. So if you want to apply, you can go to Wave.video.
Check it out.
And do that. The exact link to sign up, we can get that for you. We'll get them to post that in the chat, but you can apply now. We're slowly rolling out access to it. I will tell you part of that reason is because just the access to servers on Amazon and the chip shortages and all of that. So we're having to do some of these things slowly, but we are going to start rolling that out to people so they can test and play around with it. Or feel free to message me or message us at Wave if you want to get that link, and we'll get you in there. It's so much fun to be able to customize, move things around, put them where you want to, and make the show your own. We can even preset scenes so you can have your whole show lined out. So if you want to switch from one scene to another, you can do it with a click of a button, and have all those things laid out with your own. Yeah, it's really cool.
And you can make those scenes in Wave.video. I know you mentioned that to me, which I thought was really cool. So it's like fancy.
So instead of having to like make something in an app, download it, upload it, reload it, forget where you loaded it, because I've done that. Like, where the heck did I put that file? Then I have to go like save as. Oh, it saved it in that client stuff, right? You can create everything you need right in your Wave.video account, and it goes into a folder for your live streams, and everything that you want will be accessible right there in your live stream media little section, right, with all your overlays and whatnot. It's super cool, super cool. So yeah,
cool, like
make sure you sign up. There's the bit.ly link there. They put it there for you in the chats. We'll make sure it's on Facebook and in the YouTube chat as well. Let's see. I know one of our awesome superstars over there at Wave, Yulia, she had a question she wanted me to ask about advanced things with chatbots. Like what are some like the really like ridiculously cool things? She heard that you could do things like create polls and memes and have all kinds of crazy things.
I mean, there's a lot of cool things that you can do once you get to a higher level. Like you can customize images. So I can populate an image inside of the chat that has like that person's name in it. You can you can integrate just about anything. For me personally, like as cool as all, and yeah, you could do polls. Like I've literally created BMI calculators, and the bot will add things up. I've done contests, I've done leaderboards, I've done randomizers, I've done games. There's so many things you can do, but as crazy as they sound, they're actually really easy to do. I wouldn't say they're like wildly, I don't know, maybe because I've been doing it for so long. I think that people think that they're very difficult to build, but once you get the basics down, you'd be surprised what you can do with just like the basic builder without even integrating anything fancy necessarily into it. But it's all customizable. You can connect just about anything you can imagine. There are apps out there that you tie into Manychat that will connect it to a number of different tools and applications. So lots of things can be achieved, in other words, that are fully customizable.
People ask me that all the time about certain things, that I do. And they'll say, well, is it hard? Is it hard to do? And I'm like, nothing's hard. For me,
it's not hard.
Nothing's hard. Everything's new, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? When you first started learning to walk, it was hard. You fell.
Yeah, exactly. Once you learn how to do this stuff, it's like anything else. Like you said, it's new. And I get those questions all the time for non-chat marketing things too. Because, we've been doing this for a while, so we know all these little tricks and stuff. And it's like, well, I mean, once you know it, it's quite easy. So you just have to take the time to learn it if it's something you really want to do.
Yeah. There's some things that maybe have a different learning curve and they take a little bit longer to learn. But nothing's hard, folks. Nothing. Live streaming, not hard.
Definitely not hard.
Making it super awesome looking, not hard, especially now. Sign up for the beta. See what I did there? Kind of nice. I brought it back. Chatbots.
Easy. Not really hard.
Something to learn.
It's something to learn for sure. And it can be overwhelming because there's just so many options. So start with, baby steps. Start with the basics. I don't know why I'm doing this, but start with the basics.
When do you cross the line to where you become too reliant
Yeah.
on the chatbot?
There's no bad bots. There's bad builders. Okay. Like, seriously, it's a technology. If it sucks, it's because some human overthought it or did it wrong. Yeah, you definitely need to keep the human touch. You know, it's like when I try to call my bank and I get wrapped up into some automation. I'm just like, talk to representative, right? If it annoys you, it probably is going to annoy your audience. So it can very quickly unravel if you don't make it easy for people to, number one, talk to a human, which when people come into my bot, I always have like kind of this introduction, like, hey, anytime you want to talk to Kelly, just type Kelly and I'll go drag her from whatever child that's connected to her leg. Fortunately, today they're all at school. And then also make it easy for people to opt out. And fortunately, I didn't mean to say kind of unfortunately, fortunately, these platforms like Facebook and Instagram, they make it so that we can't, as businesses, spam them or anything. It's just a matter of saying stop and they'll stop. So that's a fun fact for you users. If a business is like messaging you and you're like, just stop, just type stop or unsubscribe and it will do it. But you can take it too far if you try to manipulate that. Or if you're doing something that is kind of gray area, like you are utilizing it in a way it's really not meant to be utilized. Another example would be for a comment growth tool. So a comment growth tool is essentially if I set it up on Facebook with a bot and someone comments on a post, a specific keyword or whatever, it will then send them a message. But I've seen a lot of builders who won't give any context and they'll put these chat automations on every post, but they won't let people know what they're getting into when they comment. And all of a sudden you're getting these messages and you're like, why am I getting this? Now that is crossing the line in my book. We need to always set the expectation and always make it easy to opt out. And I'll tell you, there's like this misconception that people would actually prefer to work with humans when it comes to like customer service, when the data actually shows that 2% higher satisfaction rate. I know it's not a lot, but still 2% higher satisfaction rate for people who use a chatbot, as long as you're setting the right expectations along the way.
Right. So like telling somebody, hey, welcome to the show. If it's your first time here, let us know by just commenting first time. And not letting them know, oh, by the way, when you do that.
Like, when you do that, we'll send you a cool broadcaster's kit or something like that. You know, like let them know, or a special offer. We're going to shoot that over to you if you say first time. So yeah, you definitely want to set the right expectation. And that goes for anything. That goes for email marketing. It goes for lead generation in general. We should always be setting expectations, because when we set expectations, we can get away with a lot because people know what they're getting into. Like, okay, yeah, I mean, we'll keep going with this. But if you don't, you're going to get upset customers, and it's always going to be your fault because you never let them know ahead of time what to expect, even when it's not your fault.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. Well, let's give some stuff away.
Woo! I love giving things away. Oh, I'm in a bubble.
You're in a bubble. So we switched our look here, right? We've got our little circle looks here, which is kind of a unique thing, by the way. And there's some other looks. If you go to Wave.video, you can see a show where we actually rolled this tool out and showed you some of the fun little things. But I'll give you a little example. I can, by the way, this is all web-based, nothing to download. So your system is going to run super smooth. And even though it's web-based, I can, while we're live, take Kelly and make her a little smaller.
Hi.
I can move her over here. I can make her big again. That's just a little small sample.
Fun things.
Y'all.
Fun things.
Oh yeah, can you imagine? Like you could do a game. You could have a game like a Candyland on the background, and you could move people in the live stream along the board. I don't know. That's just one fun little thing I thought would be fun.
Pretty cool stuff.
It is cool stuff. So look, guys, we've got 3 winners. Second and third place, if we want to call it that, I guess. We're going to send you stickers.
I want some stickers. I better get some.
And Yulia can put in the comments. She'll let you know how to get in touch with her, what information she needs. And you can message her so you can get these. And our grand prize winner is going to get a free access to Yellow Chad. This is what happens when I don't have complete control over the comments and things that are coming out. Yes, Yellow Chad. Free access to Kelly's course that we've been talking about. So here are our winners today. The winners of the stickers, and thank you for being here with us and for your comments, are Mark Gee. It might be Mark G. G-E-E. I apologize for not getting that wrong. For not getting that right. For not getting that wrong.
I wish I got it wrong.
Yeah. Hold on. Obviously, I need some coffee. And also Sammy Quang. So congratulations.
Yes.
You have the new Wave.video live stream stickers and the opportunity to put my face anywhere you'd like. So be gentle, be kind. My good friend Fiona put it on a Christmas ornament. So I'm now on a Christmas tree in Australia.
I love it. I would put it on my water bottle. I like to put them on like water bottles and stuff.
Oh, trust me. We're going to get you some stickers.
Yes.
And the winner of the course is, hold on, let me double check here. They haven't sent me that yet.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. It's on the list.
Oh, there it is. Okay. AROI Marketing. Thank you for all of your comments today and being engaged here with us. So, I've got a way for you to get that course. So AROI Marketing, if you message me, I will give you the code to use and how to access that. So we appreciate everyone being here today. Kelly, before we hi, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
You've mentioned Wave. I know that you like what we're doing here with the live stream tool. You've mentioned Manychat.
Yep.
What are some of your other favorite tools to use out there in this wonderful digital world?
Okay, so I'm kind of a tool junkie. I am obsessed with Jarvis AI right now. Jarvis is awesome. I actually have tons of videos on my one of my YouTube channels. So if you go to youtube.com/ I think it's Stellar Media Marketing. It's my secondary channel. I have a whole bunch of Jarvis videos, but it basically uses artificial intelligence to write copy, and it's bananas. I'm looking at my thing here at the top where all my tools are. There's just so many tools. I like Circle for running all of my communities. I no longer want to run my communities inside of Facebook because I just don't like how Facebook constricts how the algorithm doesn't get, no one can see my posts. And so I have moved all of my communities over to Circle and I just love it. So those are some of the tools. Also, Agorapulse is a tool that I use quite frequently. I have so many tools that I love. Yeah, big fan. Hi, love them.
Yeah, you know what I love about tools like especially Agorapulse and Wave is their responsiveness and there's
customer service.
The faces with the team, the people who work for those two tools especially, they really believe and care about what they're doing over there. So huge fan. I have to check out Circles because I don't know Circles. Circle,
it's not a social network. It's literally just to host your communities. So I know a lot of people have been moving to like Discord and stuff. I'm not a big fan of those platforms. Circle gives you a lot more control over how you want to set up your communities, sharing in your communities. There's private messaging over there. So it's just a great place if you have like a membership or you run a free community like I do. That's where I am now putting everything. And it's just easier and I can embed it right into my website and stuff. So it's really a great experience for my members.
Wow.
Love it.
I will check that out. I guess I need to build, you know me and I know a lot of people, I'm connected with lots of people, but my community's been so built more on like this personal side of me than my business side of me. So that's something I need to one of these days finally, I guess, do.
You just like think of them as one. That's how my world is. I am who I am, and I'm not for everybody, but this is who I am, and I have a community that's full of people who are passionate about the same things I'm passionate about, and that's what makes it work. So
Yeah, agreed.
yeah.
I'm not for everybody. That would make a good T-shirt.
It is a T-shirt. I actually sell it in my shop, not this shop, but a different shop. So I think it's called the babygotbotshop.com. But yes, no, I sell that T-shirt.
Yes, I know. I knew what I was doing.
Do.
Yes, that was just a nice little way for me to segue into your opportunity to plug something else. And
You're so sweet. I'm actually thinking about shutting that shop down next year, just because
gotcha.
It's too many squirrels.
Get 'em now.
Yeah, get them now while you can.
Get 'em now while you can.
Squirrels.
I'm not for anyone.
I'm not for everyone.
Kelly, man, it's just for me. It's just nice to be able to just hang out with you.
I know, right? It's so much fun.
But it's been like super informative. Definitely. We're gonna end here in just a moment. Hang out for a minute. I do want to chat real quick because I know that we want to try to figure some things out on our end to implement all these wonderful things that you've come up with. That's what happens. It seems like every week we do a show, and like, because the show's called Life Better, but the slogan that I always share is "Let's learn together."
Love it.
How to life better, right? I'm not here to say, "Hi, I'm here to host the shows," because I already know everything, and I'm just going to drill these guests. No, I'm here to learn as well. And so it seems like at the end of each show, we're like, okay. So hopefully our audience got a lot of it, but in the meantime, we just got tons of things that we've got to work on and do on our
like
side.
An ongoing list.
Yeah.
Quick, I'm gonna take over for a second and just say something to you based off of like your theme and what you're trying to do here, which I've always been real passionate about, helping people get better at being on camera. I've been live broadcasting since 2012, if you could believe it. I was an early adapter, one of the very first users of Periscope and of Facebook Live, and I've done my own like multi-times challenges on how to get better at live broadcasting. If there's one tip that I can give your audience in terms of live broadcasting, it's to remember that practice makes progress. Nobody is perfect. You cannot point me to one person who is perfect at this. But if you get up every day or every other day or once a week and you get on a live and you get better, I've seen people go from terrified to being on camera to this is now their business. So practice makes progress. Just start. The best way to do it is to start. And that really goes with everything, right?
Yeah. Like we said earlier, nothing's hard. It's just new.
You got to start.
So, yeah, and just be yourself. Unless you specifically are like, I'm going to be a persona, and if that's your goal, then be the persona, whatever.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's different. So, but Kelly and I, we're just who we are, and that's what. There you go.
Yeah.
And and I almost forgot, guys. Y'all remind me to make sure I share that GIF with you guys.
The crying gift.
Yeah, exactly. So I will share that. Kelly, thank you so much for hanging out here with us. Guys, next week we want you to have an incredible holiday. Merry Christmas. We are going to take a week off from the show. I may go live personally. I have some ideas. I'm thinking about doing like 5 days and doing a section of A Christmas Carol each day.
Oh,
I played Scrooge for 2 years.
You did. Yes.
And I just love the story. So I may be doing that. It won't be part of this particular show, but I might do it just because. Why not?
Why not?
But we want you to have a Merry Christmas. Life Better won't be here, but the following week we have a special rolling out the new year episode. So we hope that you'll tune in that Wednesday, December 29th at the same time, 12 Eastern. Thanks again, Kelly, and we'll see you guys on our next episode as we all learn together
Bye,
how to
everyone.
live better.